welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena we are taking it out for a Janky Helm of the Host brew. The idea behind this deck, as it was developed on my Twitch stream, was that we wanted to put Helm of the Host in all of its glory of jankery onto Rakdos, the SHOWSTOPPER. And there we go. That's about it. We wanted to flip coins every single turn and destroy all things that are not a demon, devil, or imp. It turned out to be a grueling challenge. It took me, I think, 2.5 hours to put Helm of the Host onto Rakdos, the SHOWSTOPPER, for even one copy of the legendary demon. But you gotta do it. You just gotta do it. It's Rakdos. It's the guild name. Anyway, the rest of the deck is a red-black control deck built primarily to combat creature decks and do basically kill their stuff and then take over the game with value. So we got Karn, Angrath to go with Siege Gang Commander, and Chupacabra. These are good things for Helm of the Host, but Karn tokens, Karn structs, are also really good for Helm of the Host, as with a treasure map, a Karn, and a Helm, you just make a whole bunch of really big monsters. Also hanging out for the deck, here are some of the lands you may not expect, along with all the ones that you do. 2 Memorial to Folly, 2 Rakdos Guildgate, 2 Arch of Razka. City's Blessing is not hard to get, especially thanks to Treasure Map and Siege Gang Commander. And once you have it, that makes a card like Golden Demise significantly more powerful than Cry of the Canarium. To make up for the lack of exile that Cry of the Canarium provides, we have 4 Lava Coils and 2 Vraska's Contempts. So, I hope that explains some of the major questions I usually get about the deck. I'm running 26 land. Why? Because I can't hit my frickin' land drops when I play this deck. So, we're all the way up to 26, along with Treasure Map. Once you have big mana, you can do big things, like Helm of the Host, and equip it to something on the same turn. So, it's not that we don't ever use all the mana. We can certainly find ways to do it. So, let's go play some games with our little brew and see if we can do some show-stopping. Alright, we open with a removal spell and a map. That's what we're looking for. Opponent opens with a mulligan. And they keep and put one on the top. Let's go, let's go. So, white mana, Sky Marcher. Same old song. I think we'll just get that dead. Just a drop of water in an endless sea. Bye-bye, white. Alright, white-blue. Search for... Huh? Huh? These things don't usually go together in my life. Okay. I mean, alright. Well, we're gonna play Sky Marcher Aspirant, and we're gonna search for his content. And we're going to play Settled Wreckage. I guess it's like a 1-mana removal spell if you get to block something with 2 toughness. And we're going to play Dovin. Opponent is not what I assumed.
I look forward to seeing your mistake. That got my blood pumping.
Sure, buddy. So, I'm not going to upkeep Scry because I have plenty of things I can do with 4 mana. I don't want another Karn right now, though. So, we'll pay 2 life. I think I'll just Chupa this because that puts pressure on Dovin. I could also Karn and start Karnstructing, but then Karn gets attacked by Thopters, which is sad. So I'm going Chupa. So I can potentially pressure the Dovin rather than letting it have traction. It's what makes Dovin a pretty rough planeswalker. Doesn't defend itself well. It just makes 1/1s, and when you tick down to make the 1/1s, you're losing loyalty, and all you do is jump block. Well, there's something different. And something else. Never mind. I mean, what was I doing? I guess I'll have to put out the Helm of the Host. Set up the Chupacabra. But we've also got the SHOWSTOPPER, which, this could get exciting. One of the jokes on the stream while I developed this deck yesterday was that I won every coin flip but still lost every game. That's how sad the SHOWSTOPPER can be. I really did blow up all my opponent's stuff but still managed to lose most games badly. Opponent's trying to think probably about how to keep Dovin, and alright, it's gonna be a lot of loyalty. Ta-da! Land off the top. Ooh, we got two options. We could equip the Chupa, or we could land the SHOWSTOPPER. Oh my goodness. So part of it is we've seen this settle the wreckage, which they binned, which means at the time I didn't have any creatures. It doesn't have to mean much. But how could I resist? Come on, coin flips. I should have attacked with my Chupa first. I really missed something. So the coin flip animation isn't much. We just kind of see him wave that around and RNG does the work in the background, which is too bad because I'd love to actually see the coins like we do in Mirror March. But as you see, the Storm Tamer and the Resplendent Angel succumb to the SHOWSTOPPER. Ta-da! We did it, Internet! Now, will we get the Helm on in my very first YouTube game? That's the question. It took me like 2.5 hours yesterday on Twitch, but my very first YouTube game. We might be able to do it. No! Oh no! Well, that's a bummer.
I benefit from another's success.
So, we're sitting on Helm of the Host treasure map. It's gonna get nasty up in here. Or Helm of the Host Chupacabra, I should say. Another Karn? Come on now. Come now. Contempt off the top. I think Helm is best. And now, my friends, a creature will die every single turn. Well, we're going to get the opponent closer to flipping his Kanta, but since I don't really understand what their deck is going for, I'm not as afraid of his Kanta as maybe I normally am.
It's a rare occasion. I'm not often wrong.
Let's lay that upkeep stop for our last treasure map scry. Trying to make sure we get a good card right away. But we have endless dirty dogs to do the work. Thopter hangs back, just waiting to die. Bedevil, why not? Take out a Teferi, or another Dovin if that's what shows up, or another Angel if that's what shows up. So here, I think first we'll test for Settle the Wreckage, and then play Karn, and make some Karn Strucks. So because of Settle the Wreckage, and we've seen it, let's go to attack with our token doggies, and not our Chupacabra Prime, you might say. Now this might get countered, but I don't think holding it back makes too much sense. And that resolves. Let's make Karn Strucks. Karn Strucks are gonna be beefy critters. And when you throw the Helm on them, they get really big really fast. So Shalai hits the bin. Because a Chupa would just eat it. Makes sense. Lava Coil off the top. Let's make more stuff.
Awaken.
Let's move this over to this. The one with Summoning Sickness in case there was instant speed removal. Now remember, these tokens have haste. So we can threaten lethal here. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Make the opponent have that settle. They might have it, but I don't think so. Not from the way that priority's been held. Got him. Constructs and Helm of the Host is sort of like a two-piece biogenic ooze. There are more of them and they keep getting bigger. Alright, a second Showstopper is not the answer when you have 2 lands and a 6-card hand. Alright, let's get this cooking. Here comes the treasure map to try to brew us up something nice. Uh-oh. That something nice is going to have to be Golden Demise because the rats are coming. But I will take a land at this stage, for sure. Uh-oh, sneeze coming. Zoom tight, bless you, all the things. You don't have to put it in comments. I said it for you. 4 mana. Let's chupa some rats. So I'm not taking the upkeep scrides here because I may just need to keep removing rats to have a shot. One thing about rat decks, though, they often get bored quickly. If you kill their first barrage of rats and they're top decking and they're only playing 1 rat a turn and their rats aren't very big, they usually don't want no more. Grotesque Demise. Exile target creature. Power 3 or less. Not what I expected. So this is one of those things. I mean, a Contempt, it's not going to hit anything but a colony. At the same time, if I play the Helm, my opponent might get curious. And one of the keys to getting to do your combos as a YouTuber in traditional play is to get your opponents curious enough to want to see what happens next. If I just kill all their rats, they'll probably get bored and scoop. If I play a Helm of those, they might be like, ooh, what's this? What's going on here? Okay, we drew a Bedevil, which I'll use along with the map. So my plan is to Bedevil a rat, use my treasure map. The opponent might be slowly deploying rats to play around sweepers. The Showstopper is a sweeper. Alright. Here they come. Bedevil. Obviously, we wait until they get in combat to shrink the rat so we take less damage. Target creature gains death touch on the turn, draw a card. Okay. This is quite the budgety rat deck. I don't know what I'm dealing with right now. Alright, let's hit the map for ourselves here. I'll take a land. I'll take that. That's totally fine. Set up Showstopper Helm. Alright, I just accidentally clicked through that. No purpose. Fortunately, there's a second main phase. So I could play the Angrath. Let's see. Yeah. I think that's it. I think that's the way. Another land off the top. Not one I will need. And I could steal the rat, but I think I'm going to hit the hand instead. Let the rat attack the Angrath. We need creatures on the board for Rakdos to show stop.
Here be no fire, no steel.
Classic Angrath with the no fire, no steel. We get a swamp, which isn't inspiring. Here they come, more rats. More rats. Is it time for even more rats, perhaps? Come on. Come on. Oh, ignores Angrath, goes face. Brutal. Golden Demise. Well, that's too reliable. That is far too reliable for what I'm trying to do today. Flip those coins. Target opponent sacrifice a creature with power 4 or greater, and you gain 4 life. I've never even seen this card. Okay. Alright. We got a rat. Let's hit your last card.
No fire, no steel.
It was a gruesome fate. Each opponent loses 1 life for each creature you control. What is going on? All these draft cards I've never seen. I don't think they'd be played in draft. Alright. Gonna Angrath that. Give me a rat.
Your crew for my freedom.
I could put the Helm on the rat, but I still want the Helm Showstopper trick, so we're gonna send in that rat. We're gonna end the turn. Rat's gonna die. And then we're gonna Memorial to Folly up the Showstopper. Angrath you again.
No fire.
Demon you again.
No steel.
Animation. Hooah! Our opponent would just lands off the top, so unexciting, unfortunately, as we don't get to coin flip anything else to death. But let's get him. Let's finish Krusty off. Goodbye, Krusty. Good luck with your rat shenanigans. Removal, removal, removal. If they play a creature deck, we're gonna kill their stuff. We'll have time to maybe draw into some crazy. Our opponent is Yuya. Hello. Not Yuya Watanabe, who I did a video about in the past. They have a different screen name, I know. But I've seen this player somewhere. Maybe playing against another streamer or something. Turn 2 Compass. They went deep too. We are off the meta now. We are in uncharted realms. All my removal might be bad. But I am keeping the host combo. Alright, let's play a tap land, say go. Compass. Is there anything other than planes? I'm legit curious. And they fetch an island. Alright. Well, if they're like a blue-white counterspell deck, I'll be thoroughly disappointed. I mean, it doesn't matter when this ends up on the battlefield, to be totally honest. I'll just play the tap land and keep using the map. And now you has double blue. And a Tithe Taker. Alright, there are creatures in there. Creatures in Thematic Compass, living together. Mass Hysteria. Treasure Map. Nope. Plenty of land, thank you. Let's try that again. Probably not. I've already got one. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. This would be 9. Any permanent would be 10, but I don't really plan to play a permanent, so we'll play the basic land, keep that hidden, and coil away the Tithe Taker, or at least try to. Do you play, like, counter Tithe? Alright. Go. More compassing, I'm sure. Once you compass, you don't want to stop compassing. Get that sweet value. So many lands. No idea what to do with them. Dawn of Hope. Oh, lordy. Arch of Razka. Now, I has cards too. Let's draw some. Do I put out the Helm? If the opponent counters it here, then they don't get a Dawn of Hope token, at least. I don't know how I'm going to squeeze it around counter magic anyway. Plus, I don't have a creature, so they might feel unthreatened. They probably have an Ixalan's Binding or something anyway. Yeah. Good deal. Cool. I like it. Yeah, like I said, probably not short of ways to kill my Helm of the Host in a blue-white deck that doesn't mind all these enchantments and things. But it's another turn where they don't use Dawn. Oh wait, no, they still can't use Dawn. They didn't leave a white mana. This makes colorless. Interesting choices. Let's draw some more cards. Alright, I'll just pass the turn and use Arch to draw some more cards. Chemist's Insight. Alright. It's some kind of hideous blue-white control deck. Heinous blue-white control deck. Dovin. Sure. What is going on?
It's hard to be a genius surrounded by
Plussing
simplicity.
Dovin on empty board. Don't see that one every day. Verity Circle. Are we getting to the point here? Whenever a creature an opponent controls becomes tapped, if it isn't declared as an attacker, you can draw a card. No. Some kind of prison deck? I think we're completely outclassed. But that's a good draw. Never mind. We'll just get negated over here. It's all good. Take another card, I suppose. There's a siege gang.
These contraptions have their uses.
What contraptions? You've invented nothing, Dovin. What are we talking about? Azer. Nom. A great card printed in the same set as Ravenous Chupacabra. Lols. Main phase Revitalize. Alright. And we drew the Vraska's Contempt. Brutal. So, the bad side is now the Verity Circle. It's just 5 mana draw a card, though. I mean, I have 6 mana draw a card. It's not that big of a deal if they use it. I can't cast this Contempt because of the Lawbringer. If I play this, it's really likely the opponent will just do something very obnoxious, like blow up the whole board. If I put the upkeep stop and go for this, they might have a counter spell. Curious, to be sure. Let's see what happens. I don't want to tap the Treasure Cove. I'd like to draw a card with it. So, die, Dovin, die! I don't even know why. Dovin's not doing much, but the opponent seems to care. There's the Insight, discarding a Tribunal, drawing 2. So we know the other 2 cards are good cards, but they're not counter spells.
Can't be denied. I
They-
am beaten.
They wouldn't discard the Tribunal if they didn't have some other good stuff. I really need them to put a Cleansing Nova in the graveyard, though, so I can Daredevil it. If I can make that happen, we got a game. Showstopper, but nothing to blow up. Just another sad demon. I guess I'll attack with Chupa to make them use the Spires. Aw, you got me. Alright. So we know they didn't have a counter spell. Maybe I should play out my Siege Gang. Can I do that and draw a card? Looks like I can. Our opponent might have like Essence Scatter or some counter that only applies to creatures. But here is the Commander. Fire at will, Commander! Dawn of Flippin' Hope. Let the soldiers arrive. When do we play a Showstopper in a match like this? I'm not really sure. Whoa! Vanquisher's Banner! Creatures of chosen type get +1/+1. Opponents on a funky brew, and they have chosen soldiers. So that will... It's like an Immortal Sun that's a little cheaper and doesn't have all the same benefits. Alright, let's draw a card with the Arch. Here's an Angrath. There's another Showstopper. I think the Angrath is the right play, though. The question is, can I get something out of my opponent first to free up the Angrath? Let's see what happens if I go for a Chupacabra. This is a tough one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 11 would be to fling a thing. Okay. Let's try it for a Chupacabra thingy. Why not? See if we can get the opponent to take some actions. Some game actions with our plays. We have to be wary of Settle the Wreckage. So I'm going to send in you and you and you Yeah, keep one goblin to toss around, I think is wise. So our opponent does tap for the Dawn of Hope. Let's see what they want to do blocks-wise. They want to block over here. So let's sacrifice that goblin for this job. Pew, 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 pew. The opponent will use the spires to remove Chupa from combat, and then we can play Angrath and attack the hand a bit. Oh, the things I do to get 1 damage through. Hammer.
Run. A chase stokes the forge.
Oh my, a chase stokes the forge. Ixalan's binding.
Fire's out, but the embers burn on. The embers burn on.
Okay then. Whoa, Destiny. Our opponent doing absolutely everything they can to make their Dawn of Hope tokens relevant. Alright. Well, this is definitely not a board where I want to showstop all my own creatures. But let's get some damage in. See if we can draw a card. This would be a really good board for a Helm of the Host. Ooh, Karn. That is not bad either. To plus or to minus? I think I'll plus from here. We don't have any other artifacts. And we might get some quality cards. There's a treasure map now, which is useful. Opponent shock lands. 5, 10, 11. So they can make 2 dorks. There'll be 3 3s each, by the way. It's not good. It's bigger than everything we have. So I don't think we can play that. Do we get the map? It's an interesting choice. Let me read you again. Okay. So let's get the map and try to find some good, like really a Helm of the Host would be a really good answer here. The opponent has 1 under a Tribunal. It's Angrath, which we only have a 1 of under the binding. So that was fortunate. I'm going to scry now in case it's something I want to draw with the Arch and do this turn. There are a few things that qualify, like another treasure map would be an example. Now I'll play another Memorial of the Folly, but we can't attack. This is not a place to attack. Not into 3 3s. Remember, they have Radiant Destiny and Vanquisher's Banner. And now I'm sure we'll see those critters come out. A Johnny. Okay.
Together, we are unstoppable.
Well, I can kill a Johnny with the Siege Gang Commander. I can't stop this from happening.
Strength is born of struggle.
Let's see what these tokens want to do. They're attacking Karn. Okay. They have Vigilance because of Radiant Destiny, for anybody wondering what's going on there. So here's my blocks. And then we'll sacrifice the goblins. Pick on a Johnny a bit.
Cease this.
A Johnny don't like you. I mean, Johnny's a bro, you know? He's such a good dude. So inspirational, motivating. Says all the nice things.
Remains an option.
So now we drop a Johnny down to 1. And I hate it, but we gotta kill you, Johnny. You have to die. I'll sacrifice the Siege Gang because I can get it back with Memorial to Folly. And we'll upkeep stop so I can map.
Farewell.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They can make 1 more 3/3 token. Lava coil. Not what I need. Draw. Okay. In down here, the exiled stuff. Nothing for Karn? I thought one of those had a Karn counter. Oh, I got back the Siege Gang Commander. That's what happened. Then, do we Karnstruct? I guess we do, because we're about to flip our treasure map, and that can be a big deal.
There is great power in the things we make.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So. Golden Demise. Golden Demise. So those are gone. Our opponent gets to make one more, but it doesn't have a great attack. And we can get back Siege Gang, or we can draw a card. So I think we'll hang out from here and pass the turn back over. Epic game, epic game. Who will stand and who will fall? Our opponent has all kinds of toys. But we have a good amount of resources too. And if we can get a Helm of the Host, I feel really good. Legion's Landing. Oh, an enchantment token dot deck over here. Something bizarre. Here comes the lifelinker. So I think I let my opponent draw a card here, which is unfortunate, but I get my Chupas in the way. Only one will die. They've been good boys. They're good dogs. I'm gonna miss them. Besides, I'm drawing extra cards a turn. Let's make it even. And I'm going to take more cards here instead of get back Siege Gang, given that the opponent did nothing there and probably plans to make Dawn of Hope stuff. So there's a Revitalize down here, but not much for the Daredevil to do. Let's make another Karnstruct.
Some solutions must be built.
Now, attacking in isn't very good because of the Spires. So what do we do? I suppose I'll use the map. Another Karn. Can make a lot of Karnstructs. And that is pretty powerful. We're just going to build a really cool army. Not something I want to showstop on, though. So here's a treasure map. Let's draw the Karn. Two, three. I guess I'll play you 4. And other Karn. I'll keep the one with all the loyalty. Make another.
Evil cannot withstand a righteous army.
And we'll pass it along. It's too bad I don't have a way to turn these into devils and demons right here in my deck, because we're getting quite the army going with Showstoppers stuck in our hand. And you might be screaming at me, CGB, play the Showstopper. Remember, Spires of Razka. It will never really get to attack and fly over these creatures, so having a land army is better than one big flyer against the Spires. I wonder if the opponent will try to attack here to draw cards. That would be pretty loose, I'd say, and not what I'd recommend. If we can find another Helm, though, what we want to do is attach it to Siege Gang Commander and then burn the opponent out. Let's use the map. I don't need you. I already have one, and it's not really doing it right now anyway. Let's draw our bonus card. There's a Chupacabra. Let's use the map again on the upkeep. Don't need you either. Draw. Okay, what do I do? I can attack for a lot. How many tokens can the opponent make? They can make 3? That's a lot of... It's a lot of Karnstruct beef. Or a lot of soldier beef, I would say. It's not something I can easily get through. I'll definitely start by making another.
Oh, Say hello to my
I think I'll take my bonus card now because I plan to draw it anyway. And who knows, we might hit something good. Lava Coil. So this turn, I could cut down some of these. If the opponent makes 3 of them, they could still kill one of mine. That's tough. Instead, I feel like I should get a Siege Gang Commander. But then I'm tapped out pretty low. I think I'll fight off what's on the board now. The Golden Demise isn't going to be useful again anytime soon. But if I can keep their board manageable, I can buy more time till, I don't know, later. Whatever I'm doing later. Helm of the Host, that's what I'm doing later. I have to keep reminding myself I have a pretty big end game. So I could crack in with my 7/7s. I think I'm better off holding back, though. If the opponent makes 4 creatures, they can kill 1 and chump 1. Actually, I mean, that's a lot of lifelink, though, too. And they draw cards. Yeah, I think I'm better off waiting. As weird as that is. It's very weird. Very weird. What I kind of want is for them to build up a number of creatures, demise, and then go in with a lot of creatures, force chump blocks, and force them to make more creatures to have good trades so they can't draw a bunch of cards at the same time. And I think I can do that if I wait a little longer. Like when I flip this map, these all get another +3/+3. Or +2/+2, I mean. Because the treasure map ceases to be an artifact. And is the opponent passing the turn again? Looks like they are. Let's use a Memorial to Folly. And get back the Siege Gang Commander. Oh, missed my upkeep stop, but I have other ways to draw cards. It's not that bad. Let's plus the Karn, though.
I'll make use of that later.
2 useful cards. Opponent gives me the treasure map, not the Bedevil. Let's definitely get that artifact onto the board. Because it makes combat a bit more difficult. Let's also get the fresh Siege Gang Commander onto the board. Make combat even more difficult. So, here's the question. Settle the wreckage? I could Direfleet Daredevil a negate just in case. It's not like I'm going for lethal, though. It's an interesting play, and I like it for that reason. Let's grab the negate just in case. Settle the freaking wreckage. Can't have that. So we'll send you. I don't want to send the Chupas because they can stick a 3/3 in front of them. And let's see how the opponent plays this. They turn 1 around. They make another token. They can just block and draw a few cards. That's an option. And they're letting 1 through. Well, I will buff. At the very least, I will buff. Nope, don't need you. So take 10, gain 4. Draw 2. Go to 9. I've got 8 damaging goblins and my opponent is at freaking 9. I do have a Memorial to Folly, though. Alright, let's end the turn. The plan is if the opponent cracks back with lifelinkers to block with goblins and fling them, then get back my Siege Gang after flinging itself with Memorial to Folly and win the game. Or at least try to. Here they come. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Legion's Landing flips. Let's go to blocks. 1, 2, 3. And if we fling them before lifelink damage, yay. So, block, go to damage. Let's make sure we tap our colorless mana. Mark that upkeep for a step, too. Although I don't know if I want to use my treasure map. Yeah, let's not. I may need all my mana to do what I need to do. What I need to do. Pew, 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 pew. Got ya at 3. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. My turn. There's a Bedevil. I can also make another Construct and make more Constructs. I could also play the Showstopper. But I think I have to try this line. I have to be sure. Are those Memorial to Follies really going to save this game? I just added them. I threw them in the mana base right before the video started. I just tossed in 2 Memorial to Follies. Well, is it a counter? It's always a counter. Ah! Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. Our opponent can make 2 things and block 1. So let's put the pressure. Let's keep the pressure on.
Allow me to introduce you to a friend of mine.
Another card? Did you draw another counter? Okay, that takes away though. Now they can't use the spires. Okay, they can't draw a card. They can still make 2 creatures and use spires. I can also Golden Demise so I can get in with. They gain less life. I think that's pretty hot. Reduce the amount of life they can gain. And then I can also send everybody. They have to block the 11s, I think. Is it a settle? Of course it's a settle! Alright. Well, now we're preparing to showstop. 1. So what do we still have? We still have Helm of the Host. We still have another Siege Gang. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Done. We'll definitely mark that upkeep. 16. Our opponent's going to gain a bunch of life and draw a bunch of cards. That is true. Man, did they have the it that turn, did they ever. Negate, absorb, and settle. They certainly found whatever they were waiting for in their deck. And yep, good attack. Gotta gain that life. Let's see how many cards they take. I can definitely hit Resolve All. I'm not in a rush on this one. I should probably, though, use a Treasure to Scry, even though I could draw a card with it. I think it's more important that I get the right card now than card quantity. And you can just imagine how many counter spells they picked up in their hand. Lava Coil is not it. Alright, let's try again. Two land. Ouch. Siege Gang. Well, I could attack first and see if the opponent will crank out the stuff, but all they have to do is use Spires. Let's just go for the Showstopper. You definitely don't need to counter that. It's not even that great in this situation, but I guess our opponent's flexing now. Alright. What's really great is Helm of the Host on Siege Gang. That's kind of the only hope we really have, and even then, that's going to be really tough. But that's why I'm trying to resolve this Siege Gang commander. Well, that worked. Nothing? That's the first time I've ever seen nothing die. Okay. I guess I'll go for you. Maybe the opponent doesn't have the counter, or should I hold it back? Well, the sooner the better, I think. We got dorks. Remember, attacking doesn't do anything. There's spires, and there's also a bunch of life and cards they could draw. $15 cards left, 18 over here. Don't think it's going to come down to decking, to be totally honest with you. I think the opponent can put this away, or Helm of the Host can do some kind of a total job stealing everything. Do I know how much do I know about the bottom? Just a lava coil. Mentor the Meek? Well, that does nothing now. I guess it's a soldier, so you get some sweet Vanquisher banner action. I was going to say, though, you can't make tokens and draw cards, but our opponent's got all the tricks. Jeez, so they play all this stuff, but they also play all these counters. I feel like they got them in the right order today. That is for sure. But it's not over quite yet. It's really close. It is not good. Alright, here come the tokens. So block and block. And then we can fling one of our goblins. And then I guess I take the other 4. Now remember with this Tithe Taker, so now it costs 3 mana to fling, which is unfortunate. So where does this goblin go? I mean, it doesn't really do anything anywhere else, so I guess it goes to the face. And how many cards do you draw? None? No card drawing? Okay. Opponent's off that. What else you got? Destroy all creatures. That is... So, we needed a Daredevil, and I think they're still in the deck. Yeah. There's one Daredevil over here. Is that under... Does that have a Karn counter? No. How did it get there? Sorry, long game. So, this is interesting. Our opponent played that out, then drew the cards, then blew it up. It's 14 to 15 in the card advantage battle. And now I can blow up all enchantments and artifacts if I find one of my last 2 Daredevils. Let's do it. Don't need you. Looking for the Master of the Dire Fleet, please. Helm of the Host. None of you are Daredevil. That's a Vraska's Contempt. I guess I'll play you. Take another. There it is. I think I just go for it. I mean, my opponent has Counterspell mana, which is too bad. But I think I have to try. I have to try. It's happening. They could still have negate. Actually, I don't sack these. I don't sack these because what if I'm gonna need to draw the next Daredevil if this does not work. So I just have to be willing to let them go, but it worked! It actually worked!
No fire, no steam.
Unbelievable! Man, when did I call that? I said that that is what I would have to do, a Daredevil on a Cleansing Nova, like, so long ago. It feels like eons ago. Chemister's Insight, our opponent with 11 cards left in their deck. I have 9. I have 9 cards left. They have 27 life. They have an Adanto, the first fort. They have a Deputy of Detention. Angrath can steal that, though. But I have another Helm. Helm, Daredevil, what? There's a Chemister's Insight, which I don't really want the cards, but there are counterspells. Lots of counterspells. I could have a counterspell on my main phase every turn. History of Benalia. That's obnoxious.
Shiver my horns and hammer.
Shiver my horns and hammer, he says. Another one. So let's make sure this resolves by getting the negate, right? Maybe the opponent will counter this out of spite. I took out all their pretty things. There it is. 11-8. 10-8. Let's try it. Chemister's Insight. 8-8. Okay, I have to be really careful not to draw extra cards unless they win or lose me the game. And we're at 9 now. I need to defend. There's only one mode I can activate. Please don't give me the other option. Equip. That's not even the right play. That's not the right play. I know what I must do.
Your crew for my freedom.
Good thing I have 1,000,000 extra mana, so I'm not punished. A deputy covering a deputy. Made of a deputy. Helm. Give me that. Next 2 attackers. Everybody get him. All right, down to 23. I guess we can use our mana this turn to move the Helm now. And where do we want it? On another deputy, right? Sacrifice that. You get the Helm back. Or I get the Helm back. And I will keep this one, because it's already equipped. Probably should have held up the Contempt, though, to be honest. I could have kept Angrath, which... It's hard to tell if Angrath's going to matter or if decking is going to matter. Binding. Binding what? No! Okay. Engine turned off. We have to stay alive now. Our opponent has 7 cards, we have 8. Unless I have some devious cover-up. Maybe I just have to avoid casting spells. They seem like the devious cover-up type. I'm calling that right now.
Damn your eyes. Ram a new course free.
What the hell is Angrath talking about? Alright, your go. He's like, Angrath, say some Minotaur pirate stuff. And he's like, alright. Ram a new course free. Sound good. Deploy. Oh boy. Oh god. This is gonna make it close. Opponent has 6 cards left to kill us with, and now suddenly they've turned into a token deck after countering freaking everything for an hour. Do we have any Golden Demise left? I think I have 1. Yeah, I do have 1 Golden Demise left. Oh, it's on the bottom. Oh no! Here they come. So the Daredevil can hold this off, but it still has to hold off 1/1s indefinitely. So I think I go here, and then my opponent's out of 1/1s, and we take those blocks. And do I hold the Contempt, or do I play it now? I guess I can wait for a better target, but every turn that I take an extra damage that I don't have to is probably a mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, because the follies are somewhere in here. I don't... So there's still 2 more lands left out of 7 cards. And we know the bottom is a Golden Demise, a Rakdos Guildgate, a Lava Coil. How many Lava Coils have I used? So there's 1 more Lava Coil in there. How about Bedevil? I think there's 1 more Bedevil. One more Helm I can't play. 6-6, with the opponent drawing first. Making a token. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I can't last 6 turns like this. But there's not a lot I can do. Is there anything? I guess I can deploy with my other Daredevil. So I think we wait and hope for that. Oh no. This could be good though. If the opponent doesn't kill me and I can draw away to remove this deputy, I can Daredevil for a Depose Deploy myself. If I take the draw step with the Arch here, it's basically conceding the game because I can't deal this much damage to the opponent. So I'm not going to take it until next turn if I fail to draw away to remove the deputy. Sure. Does nothing at this point. Unless the opponent's a true idiot and bins. We drew away to remove the deputy. Give me that Depose Deploy. Where'd it go? Oh, I couldn't do that at instant speed. I was trying to think if I could have settled, but Lava Coil is sorcery. I can't settle my opponent. Those Thopters are going to be huge. Alright, kick it on back. So the opponent should still transform as Kanta, and they should use it, but not to search, but just to stack their deck with the last couple cards in the order they need. So what's still left? There's another Daredevil. There's another Daredevil. 5 cards, 4 cards for the opponent. If they take a card here, then I can draw with an Arch and be safe. They don't take, they stack, like I said. Good idea. So, would you like to attack? Okay. Our opponent might have a big flyer. So should I leave one Thopter token in case our opponent has like another Azer? Maybe I need both Thopter tokens. Maybe I don't block till the last minute. Still, every block we don't take wears us down further. How about removal? We only have a Coil, a Demise. We have another Daredevil, but there's nothing here to remove something with. And we have another Bedevil. That's right. So one of these cards is a Bedevil. So let's block one, save the other in case the opponent has a big flying creature now. Although I don't think they do. I think they might have put it on top of their deck with the Iskanta. And then the Bedevil will kill that. I thought I had one more Bedevil and one more Daredevil. I'm wrong about something. What am I wrong about? There's a Bedevil exiled. Alright, I'm wrong about a Bedevil. How about a Contempt? Okay, so I don't have a way to kill a big flyer. 4/4 still. The last land, I think. There's one more. It's just I know where it is. That last card being Golden Demise could be clutch. It depends what happens here. Opponent's going to stack their deck again. So what is this card? I could probably math it up and find out. I'm really unsure. For some reason, I can't think of it. It's not another Helm. It's not a Showstopper. It's not a Siege Gang Commander. It's not an Angrath. What is it? I'll just take that block here. Since I don't have a way to kill a big flyer even if they have it. And okay. It's a Karn. Okay. Constructs, I'm not plussing, but I can minus. Quench, sure. I will pay your 2. Pay the toll.
Let us begin. Evil cannot withstand the righteous.
Here we go. Two cards, 3 cards. Alright, here they come. So let's put a block here and a block here. I think it's pretty straightforward. There's not too much to overthink about. And the opponent's right to attack there because the construct is going to get bigger if I make another one, which means you'll be throwing your tokens away. My turn. Draw the lava coil. Make a construct.
Some solutions must be built.
If our opponent had another creature, they would have played it. Like, they've already stacked their deck twice with this Kanta. If they had any other threat, they would have already found it. So, we gotta do this now. We may as well. They don't have any other threat. They're just trying to get there with these tokens. Man, one little Direfleet Daredevil, taking care of the whole ship. It's been an absolute boss. The opponent has, I think it's their last card. They know what it is. All right. They're killing me. No attack? They're hoping I plus the Karn? All right, my turn. Kick it back. Nothing else matters now. The library is empty. Here they come. The opponent with a good game. Good game. Looks like it's it's over one way or another. Either they have a clear the mind or something to get me with, or they don't. 3 to 34, but that library is empty. This library is not. Okay. Fidget. Just casting nothing. Might be a devious cover-up. God knows. It wouldn't be. They would have played it before because I've definitely cast out some spells. But they just don't want to let go. But it's over. I've never fought so hard for a traditional, like, one-win queue. But that was epic. I hope that you enjoyed it. And I'm really late. I had a place to be, and I held up everything. Everything to fight for that game. So, I'm going to keep this outro quick and sweet. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you, as always, in the next video. This is CGB, signing out. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, or leave a comment. You can also support the channel on Patreon for special perks. Links are in the description. Our sponsors are HauntedFlower.com and FlipsideGaming.com. Haunted Flower sells officially licensed MTG apparel and accessories, and Flipside Gaming sells MTG cards and supplies. You can save 10% on either site with the promo code CGB, and it supports the channel at the same time. See you next time for another day in the arena. For now, it's me, it's CGB, signing out.